ready to write Wednesday and everything else that's going on. We missed you last night, but we're in the throes of a senior in high school having award banquets and everything else this time of year before graduation. So the next couple of days, we're going to be maybe a little hit and miss on the schedule. That's okay. Don't worry. We're still going to hit you up at theraiderland.com every day with cool stuff. So, yeah, glad you're here. We got Tech baseball to talk about. Is it time to wave the white flag? Is Tim Tadlock waving the white flag? No, I don't think he'd ever say he is. But we've got injury information and everything else going into the series at Oklahoma State. We got that. Let's see. We were talking about on Tuesday's best, your favorite fishing places yesterday. So we can talk about that. And then overrated, underrated. It is summer treat time. Overrated, underrated, rated right. DQ Blizzard, Sonic flavored drinks, Whataburger shakes and malts. How do you rank them? Beyond that, obviously a lot of baseball and whatever else is on your mind. So that's the deal. The early arrivals, you know what to do. Let us know the audio is good, the video is good, and everything else. You can share it on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. And everybody engaging in communication. It's brought to you by United Supermarkets, Market Street, the people who support Texas Tech and have supported Texas Tech over the decade. Thank you, Market Street. And if you're headed out there in the next day or two, get ready for the weekend ad specials. So many savings you can take advantage of. So let's do it in 3, in 2. Good evening, West Texans. All you good, fine, friendly folks out there who wish you were. I'm Ryan at theraiderland.com. We hope you start your day on the website every day. The hot links, we serve them up fresh every day. Cool stuff. We scour the internet looking for things we think you're going to like. I hope you guys like the hot links. If you do, you can tell us in the comments, both on the page and here tonight. We're in the Arctic Air Studios. If your air is not Arctic and it's getting hotter and hotter and hotter and hotter and hotter, you need to call the bear. Callthebear.com. Shane will take care of you. Veteran owned and operated here in the Hubaplex. Call the bear. And obviously, a lot of the Western wear we wear. This is old school throwback. It's Ariat shirt, but they've got it there at Boot City One Bunny, saving a mile outside the West Loop on 19th Street. And of course, we're brought to you tonight by the Reserve, our friends over there. If you love Nick's Sports Grill and Lounge, well, the last several years it's been over there called the Reserve, a culinary tavern, 103rd and Quaker. It's not a sports bar at all. They still show the games. They have a tremendous brunch. They've got a really funky, cool, eclectic menu, and whatever cocktails you are into and you enjoy, they're going to have them for you. And the patio's open this time of year. So go tell them we said, hey, everybody that advertises with us, if you could just drop them a line or whenever you're talking to them, say, hey, thanks for being a part of Raiderland. We appreciate it. Damon says the talking box is on. And indeed, the talking box is on. So here we are on a Wednesday, Tim Tadlock, and we'll start off with Tech baseball. But I do want to hear about some fishing spots, your favorite places to go fishing, and I do want you guys ranking the treats we talked about there with the water malts and shakes, DQ Blizzard, and Sonic drinks, your favorite ones. How do you rank those, or how do you rate them? That's probably the better way. Overrated, underrated, rated right is what we do. Big 12 baseball in general, and then Tech football announcing yesterday the themes are out for next fall, so you know exactly what to wear, when to wear, how to dress, how to act, and what you're going to celebrate. Hokey or not, yeah, the themes are out. So we'll look at some of those. Some of them were like, okay, so I'm like, do we got to do this? So we find out Mac Hewer will not start Sunday. Not surprised. He went into the first inning, didn't make it out of the first inning against Oklahoma on Sunday. A lat, you got your lats over here. His lat was bad. You probably need to see Kevin McAlpin. Get him over Kevin McAlpin. McAlpin chiropractic, man. My wife was having a deal. She had her rib kind of goofy and, got that worked on. I think Kevin McAlpin is the official chiropractor of Raiderland. Might be able to jump in there and do something. However, that said, they shut him down in the first inning, and they announced this week he's done for Big 12 play. Now, remember, there's a series next week at Tempe against Arizona State and a game against UNLV. 3-game set since you finish up ahead of everybody else in the Big 12. If they're shutting him down for Friday or for Sunday this weekend, they're shutting him down for the year. So you're done with that. They also announced, and I don't think this was a surprise, Tabor Fast is not going to pitch again this year. So we're having the announcements now of, and this is what I would call the portion of the season, do no harm. You're 50 in the RPI. You're not in the tournament right now, and you're probably not going to be in the NCAA tournament. You would have to at least take the series at Oklahoma State and at least 2 out of 3 out there at Tempe, Arizona. And there's nothing about this team that tells me they're about to run off and do that. Some of the things I appreciate about Tim Tadlock and this coaching staff is they do everything they can to protect players from injury, from overexertion, from anything else. So I see them shut down Macure, talented freshman. Hope he's back next year. Now you never know anybody who's going to be back or not. Don't freak out. Don't worry about it. That's just the nature of college sports today. Everybody's a free agent. And with that, every coach has the ability to get rid of anybody and go get guys you want. So it works both ways. The people that bemoan and cry about these players leaving, the coaches are doing the same thing. They're dumping players that can't play, and they're going out and getting players that can improve their roster. So let's not worry about that. But would love to see them back. But I appreciate the fact that they're not going to sit there and say, well, you got to give it a go. You got to make it happen. There's been a lot of discussion about TJ Pompey, the slump he's been in, and a highly recruited player. And, well, if they sit him down, they can't sit him down. He might get mad and transfer. Well, the top recruits in the country in the last 3 weeks, batting average has fallen off, 1 for whatever it is now, 4 errors over a weekend. You know who it reminds me of, and you guys won't remember this because you're not as old as I am. There's a player that this reminds me of in their freshman year, one of the most highly recruited, highly sought-after players. He was out of Cherry Creek, by the way, in Colorado, the Denver area. And he had a horrendous late April, May. I mean, didn't even look like himself. Michael, Arizona State, nice baseball stadium. Yeah, the old, what is it, Packard or whatever it's called. Can't remember that. They play in an old MLB spring training field. Packard, I think, is what they call it, unless they've changed it over the last couple of years. What TJ Pompey's going through reminds me of what Josh Bard went through in 1997, where he just hit a wall as a freshman. And I think it's not so much anymore the number of games you play. It's just the idea that you're in college, you're playing at this level, you're playing at a high level in the Big 12. You're actually going to school. I know this is hard to believe, they actually go to school. And everything kind of builds up on them a little bit. And it's not unusual to see that happen as some freshmen. So what do you do if you're Tim Tadlock with Pompey? Do you keep him out there? Do you not keep him out there? Hey, keep him out there. He's better than anybody else you got. He's your best option. Well, he's not doing anything. Yeah, he's still better than anybody else you got. Well, they're only playing him to keep him from leaving. I don't buy that. He's going to leave if he wants to leave. If he gets a better deal, he'll leave. If some school comes at him with high dollars in the NIL market, he'll leave, whether he played or not. So that's not it. You play him because you think it's your best option to win. And I know enough about Tim Tadlock over the years that he plays guys who are going to give him his best chance to win. Not to coddle egos, not to coddle anything else. He's trying to win. He's trying to win right now. It's not a developmental league. It's a winner's league. You don't develop players at the highest levels of college baseball anymore. You just don't have the luxury of doing that. So all of that said, play the dude unless he's hurt. If he's hurt, then, you're going to take him out. So welcome to the Daily Broadcast, brought to you in part by the Reserve, a culinary tavern right here in Lubbock, Texas. If you want to watch the games this weekend while they're hanging out there at Oklahoma State, they're going to have them up there at the Reserve, and they're going to have great. Like, if you've never been there, just get one of the pizzas or calzone. Man, Willie makes that happen. Now, if you want to get some cool stuff, if you want to go brunch, you got the waffles and fried chicken and different things like that. What is it? The bacon, smoked bacon honey waffle thing. I think it's this bacon thing. It's like off the chart. Whole lot of bacon going on there. So give us your favorite fishing spots. We were up in Red River last week. We're going to be telling you about my friend Jeff Fagan and Fagan's Guided Fly Trips. He guides up there in northern New Mexico, based out of Red River. And this summer, if you've never gone fly fishing, or if you fly fished a lot and you just want to take it to the next level, you're going to want to talk to my guy, Jeff Fagan. So look for Fagan's Guided Fly Fishing. Easy to find on the internet, also on Facebook and all that sort of stuff. One of the cool things, we're going to do a fishing report with Jeff every couple of weeks this summer for northern New Mexico and in through there. So even if you're not using Jeff or whatever, and you just want to know, hey, what are they doing? We're on some sort of, like small thoracic, blue olive nymph that they're killing it right now on the Cimarron, and we're working in that area. We're going to get you taken care of. So that's awesome. But you can give us your favorite fishing spots. Now, I don't want to give my favorite away because I don't want you guys going. It doesn't matter, Rio Castilla. If you've ever fished the Rio Castilla, at this point, the word's kind of out. 20 years ago, 25 years ago, Latir Peaks Wilderness, Comanche Creek, Rio Castilla, going back into, Shuri Pond area and that area, going back west of Cimarron. There weren't a lot of people that knew about it. Now, dang it, the word's out. So you might as well go fish it. If you want to go fish for some cool Rio Grande cuts, some golden trout. Technically, I don't know if they're golden trout now or not. You can go do that. And we hope you do. So you can give us your favorite fishing spots. Now, it doesn't have to be fly fishing in the mountains. It can be West Texas or otherwise. Maybe you like go down to Lake Allen Henry. Maybe you like to go to Buffalo Springs. That little area in between Buffalo and Ransom Canyon. That used to be a really, going back into the mid-90s. I have not been out there in years. I don't even know if it's fishable or anything else. But me and James Morgan, a guy I worked with at KFYO. James was great. Just hang out, sit on the side of the lake or whatever, sit in the chair. We'd fish and whatever. We'd hang out. Anyways, he kind of found that area between Ransom Canyon and Buffalo Springs. And there were some pretty decent little bass you could pull out of that stretch. It's not very long. I don't know if it's still there or not, if you can fish it or not. Maybe you are Texoma, maybe you're Toledo Bend, maybe you're Allen Henry, Spence, Ivy, whatever it may be. Maybe you like to go up to Meredith and fish Lake Meredith, which probably doesn't get the credit it deserves for being a pretty decent fishery. And now that the lake has come back over the last couple of years and the water depth is back up, I always enjoy seeing what they're doing out there. So your favorite places to go fish, West Texas or otherwise. Maybe you're a Port Aransas guy. Maybe you like going down there at Port Connor. Maybe you like getting out of the Gulf. Maybe that's your thing. It's a lot of water. For a West Texas guy, that always scares me. A little bit weird. And then we have the Texas Tech. After they announced the sellout of all the season tickets for football, here are your single game themes. North Texas, September 14th, agriculture, the ag game. Promotion, partnership, athletics department, Davis College of Agriculture, Sciences, and Natural Resources. We're going to highlight not just crops, not just livestock, but technologies that are prominent to Tech and South Plains. How are we going to do that? What are they going to do? So it's the ag game, but what are we going to do? We say it's the ag game. I mean, what should we do to celebrate ag on that day? How about like the end zone? You got a bunch of cotton bowls painted down there or something. That'd be kind of cool. Make it look like the old Cotton Bowl a little bit. I get it. I understand. Maybe a big old bowl of cotton. The double T. We've jacked up the helmets for so many years with all the crap uniforms that Cliff brought out. And even Tuberville and a little bit with Leach. How about the double T with a cotton bowl on it? Since we never really got to do that, playing in the actual Cotton Bowl back when you could do it. So, okay, what are we going to do? Go beyond that. Arizona State, September 21st, Raider Power Game. Much like its popular chant says the release, Tech will split Jones AT&T Stadium in half. Well, that's where the construction has gone out of control. Anyhow, the west side will wear black. The east side will wear red. And they have a map in case you can't figure out the east or the west. I'm not really into the whole everybody's got to wear a certain thing, wear what you want to wear. But yeah, you'll have pressure. Parents Weekend, September 28th, Cincinnati. First meeting between the two schools since 1968. Parents Weekend. Is that a deal? I mean, I got a kid going off to college. I have no idea when the Parents Weekend is going to be for him and anything. I'm like, do I really? What do we got a Parents Weekend? What are we doing? It seems out of the 50s and 60s. But what is it? What is Parents Weekend? What are we going to do? How do we celebrate parents at the game? What could they do to celebrate parents? How about this? Let the parents get in free. You paid $20,000, $25,000 a year for your kid to go to school. How about this? All parents of anybody going to Texas Tech gets into the game, and it's probably a first come, first time deal for like $5. Your ticket is $5 or free. I mean, if we really want to support parents and all the money you're spending at Texas Tech University, $5, that's pretty good. Like free hot dogs or something. Baylor homecoming and Red Raider Club Appreciation Day. We'll get more into the Red Raider Club, and as it wanders around in the wilderness right now in the days of NIL, much like the Israelites wandering around for 40 years. Now, a lot of institutions on campus, like the Red Raider Club, have found themselves outside the collective going, where do we fit in? What do we do? And then homecoming is just homecoming. So now we just came back for Parents Weekend, remember, on the 28th, but October 19th, everybody come back for homecoming. Homecoming's so hokey at the college level, right? All right. Colorado Hall of Fame weekend and Celebrate America Veterans Day coming up then. We want the Tech Band to do a red, white, and blue, hugely patriotic show. And then afterwards, we can attack California. I think that was what we could do there. And then West Virginia, theme day there is Senior Day. So all the seniors, if you're 65 and older, get in free because it's Senior Day. I don't think that's what's going to happen at all. I'm probably misreading that. I like the fact that we still do the themes, and it's kind of hokey, and I get it. You know, it's Major League Baseball still doing dollar hot dog night and bobblehead night and stuff like that. But whatever. Craig, have a cattle drive through the stadium at Agna. Now that would be awesome. Just like, you know, in the stockyards in Fort Worth when they drive the Longhorn through, we run through a bunch of Hereford Whitefaces or Santa Gertrudis or whatever you want to do, and we run them through. I'm with you on that. Chris, my parents never came for Parents Weekend, and you turned out okay. Yeah, I've never really kind of understood what are we doing there on Parents Weekend. Craig, Parents Weekend, the one weekend where parties cease to exist. Oh, shit. It's Parents Weekend. They're coming into town. We should actually clean this up. How? I don't know. Get a roll off and start pouring stuff into it. See, so growing up in Lubbock and graduating from Coronado and then going to Tech, like most of this stuff didn't matter to me. Every weekend was Parents Weekend. They're there. I didn't have to worry about it. Lots and lots of flyovers for Celebrate America. I mean, let's do it like a NASCAR race. Give me Apache attack helicopters. You know, fly in the game ball in a Chinook, in a tank, and roll the tank off the back of the Chinook or something. We can make this happen. It can be cool. If we're gonna have theme days, let's really have theme days, is what I'm trying to get to. If we're going to do these things, let's, okay, for Ag Day, go with me on this. The Going Band comes out. They do the national anthem. They do the Matador song. And we're getting ready to bring out the Masked Rider on Centennial Champion, who I assume will be back. And God bless that horse. I think they should retire it. But Centennial Champion is about ready to half trot, kind of lope, lead on the. No. Let's get us a big ass John Deere cotton stripper. And the cotton stripper is there, and the smoke comes out of that end zone, and that cotton stripper comes out, and they fly out on the field behind a cotton stripper going, 8 to 10 miles an hour. we got some logistics work out here. Obviously, getting it in there, that's going to be kind of problematic. But we got helicopters for, Military Appreciation Day, so we could probably do that. I'd do it. Have someone parachute in with a game ball. They've done that a lot over the years. We've seen that a lot. Not that it's uncool, but yeah. Veterans Day says Damon should have a pregame like they do at Charlotte Motor Speedway on Memorial. Yeah, they reenact basically every battle in the history of America there at the NASCAR race at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Used to be Lowe's Speedway, Charlotte Motor Speedway. I mean, they did the whole, first and second Bull Run reenactment one year. Took forever to clear off the infield, but it was cool to watch. Where are my Twitter people? I need the folks who are on Twitter, by the way, to jump into the comments. I still think we're having problems getting some of the comments off of StreamYard, our third-party streaming apparatus that funnels everything in, off the Twitter feed. Because I know how many people we have watching. I'm sure that some of them are posting comments. If we're not seeing them, and I go back sometimes and I look at feed and I'll see some comments that I didn't see in real time. I apologize. I wish it wasn't the case. So if you're on Twitter and you're watching right now, you don't got anything intelligent to say, and that doesn't stop me from jumping on here with you guys. Just, post and say, hey, yeah, man, we're out here, we're doing stuff. But let me know if that's not coming through, because it's weird that we've got that many, and then the dynamic, I don't see the comments, and I know they want to. So Texas Tech baseball, where are you tonight? We'll kind of bring it all the way back to baseball. I don't think this team is going to make the NCAA tournament. I hate saying that right now. I hate saying that on a Wednesday going to Oklahoma State. I have no reason to believe with Mac Hewer out, this team is going to sit there. And it's TBA on Sunday. And really by Sunday, it may not matter. If you don't get at least one game Friday or Saturday in this series, your season's done. And we're going to have the conversation very quickly about this team not making the Big 12 tournament. That we're not going to be talking anymore about the NCAA tournament. We're going to be talking about 2012, the last time you didn't make the Big 12 tournament. You fired the coach, you hired Tim Tadlock, and then 2 years later, you were in the World Series, College World Series. I don't like it. I hate having these conversations, but it's the reality of what we're dealing with and what we're looking at here with this baseball team. D1baseball.com, they're not even in the last 4 out. I mean, it's not even a consideration right now. Your RPI is about 50. You're not close. Big 12 slated D1 baseball for 7. I still think that might be high. Oklahoma, the only chance hosting. So this is not a good year in any stretch of the imagination for Big 12 baseball on a national level. I don't know if that should make you feel good or bad or anything in between, that you have a really bad year and the Big 12's having a bad year. So maybe everybody is right in there. So it's entirely possible by the time Sunday rolls around the day that you would have Mac Hewer on the field pitching. It doesn't matter, because if you don't get one of the first two, the path to not hosting, please. Sorry, 10 years of that gets me into the habit of saying it, that making the tournament's just probably not going to happen. So then I get into the idea, and I wrote this down, do no harm. And I think the staff is already into the mode of do no harm, that anybody who is in any jeopardy of playing hurt or anything else, don't do it. And I don't care what you think about Tim Tadlock or this coaching staff or anything else. I can tell you firsthand that I have never seen a staff ever so committed to preserving the health of all their players at the risk of their own jobs and at the risk of losing games at the college level, that they do that. And that's why you've gotten really good recruits over the last decade. Players know that, families know that, Major League Baseball teams know that. Major League Baseball teams have a ton of respect for Tim Tadlock, Matt Gardner, J-Bob. I mean, they have a ton of respect for the staff, because they know that if they draft a player out of Texas Tech, they have been taken care of, they have been good stewards of the player, and that they didn't do anything that was going to harm the player. That's not the case at every program. So that's where we are on a Wednesday. I've got, let's see, what's tomorrow? Yeah, I got a banquet tomorrow night, so we probably aren't with you on Thursday. Friday, I believe I'm clear on Friday. Yeah, I think I'm clear on Friday. So maybe Diamond Talk Friday night for sure. Saturday, I think for sure Saturday, and then Sunday definitely Diamond Talk on that. Of course, all of Diamond Talk brought to you by Thacker Jewelry. Your love story starts at Thacker. True West Texas legends. 50 years. They ain't as old as me, but they're damn near as good as I am in certain respects on that. Last chance to get your questions, comments in. Anything we've talked about, not talked about, we appreciate. Our Twitter people, please keep firing in. If you're on Twitter, I'm looking at the notifications, seeing if anybody's. Yeah, okay. So Jacob hits test, but I don't know if Jacob is firing away on the app comment or that, but I see it there, Jacob, on Twitter on the comment line on the whatever. Craig, will Friday be for the baseball game? We'll see. Maybe afterwards. We'll kind of play it by ear on that one. Play it by ear on that one. I want to do something Friday after the game. I really do. Depending on how late it is, Friday night, a lot of people just kind of not in the mix, and I don't like going on, but I wanted to hit as many people as possible, obviously, for everybody involved. So we'll kind of play it by ear on Friday. Oh, I should say something. Yeah, that's my point. I forget sometimes that if I don't say anything, nobody else will say anything. I'm in trouble with my wife tonight. She said get fries because we are going to do chicken strips and everything else, and I knew we had some buffalo chicken strips in the freezer. I said, hey, we're good to go. And I thought we had some fries, and we did, but we had the waffle fries and not the crinkle cut fries that she wanted. I didn't get the fries. I just saw her pull out a few minutes ago, and I'm like, where she's going to get the crinkle cut fries that I didn't get, and then I'll get in trouble, for not. You guys understand, right? I mean, sometimes we can't win. Sometimes we can. Sometimes we can't. You do what you can. Robert, Yankees are playing home run with the Astros pitchers. Hey, Robert, I don't care about the Yankees, and I don't care about the cheating Astros, and nobody else does. But I'm glad you're there. It's always good to see Robert pop up. Robert's a Yankees fan, unrepentant. There you go. Waffle fries are better than crinkle cut. Apparently, these waffle fries were not quality waffle fries, frozen waffle fries, that they did not waffle up in the manner that my wife would appreciate them waffling up. You got to understand that, right? You understand that. I mean, there are a million different waffle fries. So I thought we had more fries. I always assume we have more stuff than what we do. Yankees. No, Yankees. Who cares about the Yankees? Come on, Robert. Robert's also he's a Yankees fan, Notre Dame fan. I'm trying to think of other repulsive teams that he roots for. But we're always glad he's out there. Robert goes way back. For those who don't know, I don't mind. I got a second to tell this story. So Robert goes way back on the Williams and Hyatt show back in the day. Jack Dale Sports Line, Steve Dale, calling in, texting in. Robert's been out there. And hey, Robert, I'm serious when I say this right now. I know you've battled some health issues over the years. And I think it's okay saying that. You've mentioned it on the air. And I hope you're doing great. Pray that you're doing well. And every time your name pops up, it makes me feel good. It truly does. And I will absolutely 100% give you shit about rooting for crap teams. But makes me happy when I see your name pop up or everything else on that. We've had the fortune of over 30 years plus of doing things like this, of developing friendships with colors and textures and different people and everything else. And it means a lot to me that you guys still show up and hang out with us. As I say, I'm still doing radio, just not on a radio show. We're still doing the cool stuff. We're still doing everything we did. We're just doing it now on a platform that reaches vastly more people, hundreds and thousands of more people doing it this way. People say it's the new media. No, it's not. It's the media. This is the media now, whether it's Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, our website, theraiderland.com. This is how you guys want to access it now, and this is why we deliver it. Ty King is the man, and everybody needs to subscribe to his podcast, and he's going to interview his mommy this week for Mother's Day. That's pretty cool. I told Ty today, I said, I may steal that from you. I may steal that and interview my own mom if she'll go on with me. But Ty, don't cuss too much while you're doing the podcast with your mom. Yeah, green, white checker just a little bit. Damon goes old school, goes all the way back to the green, white checker, to the talking box is on. Man, I missed the Periscope app. All right, guys are good. I'm going to get out of here. Yeah, probably nothing tomorrow. We got to go into town for a banquet, and I'm privileged to be able to do it. So probably nothing tomorrow. Friday, hang with me on start time before, after the game. We'll absolutely do something. Now, I know we'll absolutely have your column tomorrow at theraiderland.com, and I want you guys to get in the habit of commenting more on the website. I know it's not a message board. It's not anything like that. I don't want to run a message board. That's so 2002. But love the comments, all right? Love the comments. Love it when you exchange, your thoughts and everything else. So at theraiderland.com, if you could do that, if you could post your comments there, you can go back today. We didn't talk about it tonight, but overrated, underrated, and rated right summer treats, Blizzard, Sonic drinks, Whataburger shake. You can go post on that. There's other things you can do on the site today. And then tomorrow you can share it with your friends, theraiderland.com. So if you really want to amp up what we're doing here, that would be the cool thing. If like 2 or 3 of you guys did that every day, that'd be really cool. Ty, I understand, no promises. All right, we're shutting it down. Good. Lord, it got ugly. And it was beautiful. Got to hit the end stream. In the stream? Not yet? Yes, in the stream.